Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome award-winning, multi-platinum country music icon and star of the upcoming Fox series Monarch, Trace Adkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The following is an All-Star 15 TV production.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to All-Star 15 TV. On the broadcast tonight, it is the Extreme Forces Racing League, the Transcendent Design Xfinity Series. We're coming to you live from Long Pond, Pennsylvania, from Pocono Raceway. In the broadcast booth with me, good buddy, and very good friend, very good friend, who's going to be doing most of the talking tonight because, as you're going to tell throughout the night, my voice is very strained. It's TJ Barnier. What's going on, TJ?
Not a whole lot, AJ. For everybody at home, excuse me, man, he's been streaming all weekend at Comic-Con. His voice is shot.
Dude, it wasn't the Drinking with John St. John, the voice of Duke Nukem or Big the Cat, whichever one you know him from. It was the cosplay death match where you had
Next time,
you had to
bring like an air
cheer
horn.
at the top. No, you had to cheer at the top of your lungs for your favorite cosplay. It's literally take a March Madness bracket, and they went through it like that, starting with 60 cosplayers. But it was pretty
Well,
cool. And
We need to know now who won.
uh,
You guys have held the people that much.
Steve from Blues Clues beat Lord Farquaad and Felonious.
As he should. Because anybody from the 90s, if you weren't looking for Blues, didn't know.
Well, TJ, we're joining the action right now, and it is qualifying. Take us through this racetrack as we are watching Joshua Valley on the track right now, as I just realized I'm not sharing my screen to you.
This track is hell. I love and hate Pocono in the same breath. It is not fun to drive, but fun to race at. And we have seen some of the most spectacular crashes in the history of NASCAR here.
Oh, you're not joking.
And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but this place has literally taken lives. It is just insane.
I remember it almost killing Elliott Sadler.
I believe an IndyCar driver after a crash here sadly perished. I cannot remember the name, but it was like a piece of a car flew off and hit him in the head. It's why they have the halo thing. It's just, this place is, the speeds down these straightaways and into these corners is unreal. And then you got to go like stupid slow to make them without hitting the wall. We just saw this weekend, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, they couldn't figure it out. Eesh.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
we've
just
seen
right.
brake failure, Jimmy Johnson, Bubba Wallace lose brakes, try to save the car, somehow narrowly avoid death, maul the wall. I mean, I have never in my life enjoyed racing here.
Mhm.
Well, driving here. I've enjoyed racing here because the racing's crazy, but I've never enjoyed driving this track. It is just painful. And then, like, you gotta, like, get on pit road. I don't know if I can express this enough. It's like off the turn and down and in. Like, there is no, it's not like other tracks where you've got like a moment where you can like catch your breath and get settled. Like, all right, I gotta get load up and get on. It's like immediately off the turn, under a throttle zone, and oh, I'm on pit road now.
Yep. And just as we're getting through qualifying, as you saw Dylan Dunford there, it looked like he was about to smack the wall, which I think he did. Gonna cross the line, and that lap isn't gonna count. A 54.42 is what he's gonna work with. Dean Demmer in the 41 coming to complete his qualifying run. So for everybody watching at home, Pocono Raceway, 3 turns. Not your normal NASCAR oval with 4. But turn 1, 14 degrees of baking. It's modeled after Trenton Speedway. Turn 2, which is known as the tunnel turn, is 8 degrees of banking, modeled after Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And then turn 3, 6 degrees of banking. And they go all the way to the Milwaukee Mile to pay tribute. So,
And AJ,
what's
as
up?
you say all that, we get through turn 3. That brings me to the name of today's race. It just makes me laugh every time anyone does it. What turn 4 to? Now, I am of the contingent that would believe this is actually a 5 turn. But I mean, it's a small contingent. So you go into 1, and in my mind, that is 2 turns. You have to turn in, and then you have to survive the turn off. And the same in what they call 3. I feel like that's also a in, and then you got to turn to get it back straight. The only one that's 1 turn is the tunnel, which is modeled after my least favorite track in the world, Indianapolis, which I also drive like.
As Paul
So if you
Irving
ask me,
goes
it's a
P5.
5-turn racetrack, not.
Matt
Some
Cochran
people think it's like 6.
crossing the line. P10. Ouch. Drew Trader in the 25.
Ouch.
His first lap did not count. So on his second lap, he's going to see the 25. Hopefully, he keeps it off the wall this time.
So sitting on pit road in my pit box in my test car that I don't be out on track with says 34.4
Ooh, and he didn't even get a
laps
time.
of fuel. So I'm going to say, AJ, 33 laps is probably where you're pitting here.
So, it is time to start gridding. Let's run through this starting lineup for the turn 4? What is it, 220?
Turn 4, 225.
225. Well, let's get through the starting lineup. On pole for tonight's race, it is going to be the 41 out of the Rocky Faith Motorsports stable, Dean Demmer. Outside pole, it's Vern Hawkins. In your second row, you have Ben Morrow and Joshua Bally. In row number 3, you have Paul Irving and Forrest Smith. Row number 4, it's Randy Howell and Dylan Dunford. And row number 5, it's Ben Park and Matt Cochran. TJ, take us all the way to 20.
What numbers, AJ?
From 11 to 20, pal.
I gotcha. Travis Lapenas is in P11. Tyler Markle, P12. Brandon Dunford, P13. Jesse Adams, P14. Joshua Yando, the last one taking a qualified lap, P15. We got Drew Trader in 16th. Kyle Lingerfelt in 17th. Dean Qualley, 18th. Daniel Park, 19th. Adam Capps, 20th. Joseph Darnell, 21st. Daniel Stagner, 22nd. Donnie Bartlett, 23rd. Bobby Green, 24th. Mick Olofsson, 25th. And riding shotgun on the field, our former broadcast mate, Ryan Fry, in a beautifully painted WrestleMania in Philadelphia, number 40, 32 car. The only thing I don't like about that car is the color. They put it in eagle.
Yeah, that's what they usually do when it comes to the WrestleMania colors. It's basically that team's best team, I guess.
Well, wouldn't that be the Phillies? I could have been fine with Phillies colors.
Yeah, but that's just red and white.
Even go with the Flyers. Everybody loves gritty.
No. I'd rather have Eagles colors.
For this week,
Flyers.
just for information for everybody, when they choose, they are asking drivers to be down by the pit wall for the bottom, up by the outside wall for the top. We'll keep an eye on it. See how that goes. It's been a point of contention among league runners.
So I might have to hit that reset for trading paints. Because it looks like...
Who are you missing?
I had just a straight white car, which I think once they got on the racetrack, it kind of fixed it, so...
Now, you remember when we were talking with some of these guys, you know, some of the Rocky Faith guys, especially the 41 said he was slow, and here he is on the point?
Yeah, that's kind of why I said you are FOS. For anybody wondering at home.
It's full of, you know what?
Yep. And
shiitake mushroom.
Yeah, shiitake mushroom. You want the shiitake mushroom? Well, we're gonna have 90 laps around Pocono Raceway. It's gonna be a long race. Gonna be a long time for these drivers to be sitting in those cars, and it is hot out. You're looking at just over 110 degrees just in Dean Demmer's car alone, and that's gonna be an issue for them as they get later in this race. You don't have Alex Bowman and Bubba Wallace, with Bubba Wallace throwing Gatorade around. And we are green.
25 tonight. So they should be able to make the first stage without having to pit, unless there's trouble. Somebody dove out of line. I don't know who it was, a white car. Went straight to the back.
I'm going to take it from the blimp cam so you could see everybody.
3 wide into the first turn. 4 wide now.
Drew Trader cutting through the middle. He's going to gain 3 positions in 1 turn.
41 clear away to the front. 14 filing in behind him, and here comes the 7.
Before we get really further into this race, I do want to say congratulations to the Steele family for the birth of their baby. Hope everything is going well at home. We love you guys. Can't wait to see you back racing with us, but let's worry about little Vivi first.
Beautiful little baby. I saw the pictures.
Oh
on
my God,
Here
adorable.
they were. Very happy for the Steele family. Can't wait to get to talk to Michael about it when he gets back.
Never thought I'd grow as a person and grow and get more friends broadcasting, but man, I love those guys.
Becomes a broadcast family, and those are definitely some favorites among our booth up here.
Look at Trader. Holy crap. Drew Trader in a lap and a half up 4 positions.
And I mean, it's really, everybody else has kind of got single file other than him. He's really moving.
Oh, as he's getting loose there.
Sideways.
Oh, boy.
Yeek. Yeek.
Oh, boy. You almost... Oh! Who is that? That's Donnie Bartlett out of turn 4, smacking that outside wall. Remember, there are no Ooh, Yingling on the side of the car. There are no fast repairs.
AJ, turn 4?
Turn... What? I meant, what is turn 4 to turn 3? That's what I meant.
They got a almost 3 wide battle back here. This lead a car of the second group. Looks like Josh Yando and somebody.
Yeah, Kyle Lingerfeld, Josh Yando, and Dean Qualley looking for a hole to get by.
Josh is going to clear him here.
Attaboy,
Dean
Josh.
looks like he might try to follow.
Got to be careful early on these cars. They will be loose. Cold tires give you a real loose race car for the first 3, 4, maybe 5 laps.
Wow, Dean way out there by the wall that time.
Oh, boy,
Gonna have a
everybody.
big run down the front straightaway, though. Huge run as you see him close up in the back of the 30.
Pulling out of line.
Man, that'll put low. Puts it low. Caution! Spin in front of him.
Out.
Looks like everybody's going to get away clean.
Tyler Markle. Gonna jump it back.
Kind of surprising. The guys behind the 30 and the 17 look like they didn't realize the yellow.
He just got loose. And he's gonna not hit anything.
That's a heck of a save.
I'll take 4 flat spotted tires if it means not a wrecked race car. What about you, TJ?
Absolutely. I mean, we saw this weekend Kyle Larson spun early, barely got into the wall at the back end of the car, and he was there late battling for it.
Now, talk about this weekend. What's all that controversy about with Hamlin and Larson as we're under our first caution tonight? Because I wasn't able to watch the race, so help us out over here.
Late race restart. Denny Hamlin restarted outside row 2, gave Kyle Larson a huge push down into 1, got clear of the bottom, shot to the bottom himself, felt like he had a chance to clear Larson on the exit, did not. He maintains to this day on his podcast that he did not actually touch the 5 car, that they got aero tight together and they were really close but never actually touched. And that's what sent Kyle Larson, who didn't lift, stayed in the throttle, and he caught the wall on exit. They were still door-to-door down the straightaway, and then somebody else, I think the 48, spun behind him, and it just so happens that, that put him back under yellow, and Kyle came up alongside of Denny coming to the start-finish line and kind of tried to wall him under yellow. So it was eventful.
It sounds like all 3 races this week at Pocono were fantastic events. And I don't know what has happened with that racetrack, but the last couple of years have been fantastic for Long Pond, Pennsylvania, and the Pocono Raceway.
I think it's the cars, honestly, AJ. This next-gen car, some of the tracks that used to not be so, I'm going to say, user-friendly to watch, have just really, like New Hampshire, for instance, was kind of a boring track. They were 3-4 wide there just a weekend back.
Yeah, that was the best New Hampshire race I think I've seen in absolutely forever. And, if anything that we saw from any of the Pocono races comes out tonight, I'm excited for it. We saw it on the restart. immediately went 3-4 wide coming out of turn 1. But we're still under caution for the first time. Lap 6 on the board. Well,
Really interested to see what Drew Trader does.
he's on pit road along with Paul Irving, Matt Cochran, Kyle Lingerfeld, Tyler Markle, who did spin, Dean Qualley, Daniel Park, Adam Capps, Donnie Bartlett, Joe Darnell, and Daniel Stagner, all on pit road. I don't know if they took tires. It doesn't show us that. It just shows us they came down pit road for service. So we're going to have to take a look because they only get, I think, 3 sets.
I'm trying to find AJ the best cam to try to watch him choose here, see if there's any violator.
Let's see. They have 4 sets of tires with a stage break. They only get 1 here in the EFRL Transcendent Designs Xfinity Series. That is at lap 25. Thank you to everybody watching at home on Facebook and YouTube. You're watching All-Star 15 TV. I'm AJ Capole. Got TJ Barnier up in the NDNT reinforced broadcast booth. Man, I'm so happy. You got safer barriers at every track right now, and now you got reinforced broadcast booths. Love how they're trying to get safer at all these racetracks.
For the broadcasters, too.
Yes, which is wonderful. We have way too much fun up here.
Looks like pit lane 2 might be one of the better cams to keep an eye on here. Well, there's already drivers that are... Good luck with this one, Race Control. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, boy.
I don't know who it was. But there was at least 2 or 3 guys right in the middle of the race. Trying to see here. Ooh, I know I saw one real bad.
Yes, we're gridding up, getting ready to go. Dean Demmer, Ben Morrow, Burton Hawkins in 3rd, Forrest Smith in 4th, Joshua Bally in 5th, and 6th, it's Ben Park. 7th right now, it's Dylan Dunford. Travis Lepanis in 8th. 9th, it's Randy Howell. And in 10th, it's Brandon Dunford. Getting ready to go green once again.
I think it was Ben Park. It's funny you just mentioned the name. That was the one that was in the middle of the racetrack. He was trying to cut to the bottom. He was just way late on choosing. Ended up crossing in the literal middle of the track.
So what do you think of TJ? 3 wide, 4 wide going into turn 1, or you think that everybody's gonna be nice and safe? We'll use that word. Safe.
Well, I'm gonna predict at least 2 wide. And where's Drew Trader starting?
Oh, we got Drew Trader in the 13th position.
I'd look for him to go to the
Oh
bottom.
God, that outside lane
Big stack up.
did not hit the gas pedal as they're wrecking behind. And it looks like we are going to stay green as... Let's get a look at that again. We're going to go from the blimp cam. You mentioned that stack up. Watch all this on that outside. Boom, 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 boom. It looks like we are currently still staying green.
Who was it that was crashing?
Dean Qualley got the worst out of it, but the huge stack up on that outside caused all that.
Oh yeah, why is that not a yellow? What? I am lost on that one, AJ. I mean, that's on the racing surface.
Yeah,
Cars
absolutely.
T-boning.
The only thing I can think
huge
of is
damage.
they were gonna be out of the way when they got back around. So The only thing I could have thought with that one is Dean Demmer is still out front, but he's got Ben Morrow right behind him.
And I know they, the rule book for this league, they like to do iRacing only, but man, I hate it because that should be a crash 10 out of 10 times.
Absolutely.
That should be a caution flag.
Yep. Looking for some battles around the racetrack. Let's go all the way to Ben Park and Randy Howe. You see the 90, not the 23. Trying to catch Dylan Dunford. Look at that run. It's like IndyCar at Indianapolis, TJ. They're all shooting towards it inside to break up the draft down the longest straightaway on the NASCAR circuit.
Oh, man, about 6th or 7th, they were nearly 3 wide, right around that 23 car.
Yeah, we saw
going into 1. That could have been ugly. That could have been real ugly.
Dylan Dunford is going to blink out real fast. Got the 8 of Randy Howe. Trying to make the pass. He does make the pass on Joshua Bally. Now he's looking towards the 23 of Ben.
In 12th, but Paul Irving going to fight his way to the front, I'm sure.
And we did get that corrected, TJ. It's Paul Irvin. There's no
Irvin.
G.
Well, we're Northerners. We add things where we choose and please. I'm sure it's Hartford, and no one says Hartford.
It's Hatford. I hate that I just said that.
I'm sure some people would say Middlebury, or Middlebury. Get out of here.
I just want to bring out Horace Smith these last couple weeks has been phenomenal. And I'd be really excited to see if he once again saves those tires and completely obliterates the field if we get a really long run. But we're not going to get it right now because no matter what, we're going to lap 20.
Wow, these guys are diving all over the place. Spots I wouldn't think you would dive. Looking for anything they can get. I mean, somebody just kind of came like from middle to the top groove down, almost put it onto the apron to try to make a move and thought better of it, but still went for it for a second.
Watching this battle back here, Joshua Bally looking to get to the inside of Randy Howe. Their best battle on the racetrack.
Just up ahead of him, Forrest Smith just got passed by, I do believe, a Dunford.
Yeah, that's one of the Dunfords. It is Dylan Dunford, number
running
94.
a little bit different of a scheme this week, I see.
Yeah, threw us off just a little bit, or at least me off.
It's not a Tennessee orange or that other color there he was running. Where did my rear? That is weird. I lost my rear. Oh, there it is. My rear chase camera disappeared. Protect your melon, buckle up. I like that car.
Drew Trader, you asked for him earlier, TJ. He's moving up once again to P number 9 as he's going to get by Travis Lapenas coming out of turn 3 to that front stretch. He's going to pop the wall.
A little bit of a moment, just a couple 30, 40 seconds ago. Josh Shando got almost put down into the grass into turn 1. The 65 just didn't anticipate his brake. And Josh did a heck of a job to save it and keep it rolling, only lost spots. That was wild. That could have been big. That would have been a huge hit if he hadn't have saved it.
Now, you were talking about new schemes, TJ. There's a certain somebody that you and I both know is running a brand new scheme tonight.
Are we talking the 32?
We are talking the 32.
Running the late model style number to the fans. I love it. That is a WrestleMania 40 that is going to be in Philadelphia this year. I know he's planning on attending. A few of us are trying to get our way there. That is a very, very cool scheme. I just wish they had picked different Phillies.
As he
If
is,
you can't tell, I'm not an Eagles fan.
he is putting the pressure to Kyle Lingerfeld. Ryan Fry with a hard charger is your biggest mover right now at 12 positions.
Shotgun to 14th.
Which, I love you, Ryan. I know you're listening. Never thought I'd say you were the biggest mover in a race. But congratulations for this moment right now.
Don't let your head get too big. Don't step on your willy. Keep it up, buddy. We love you.
Randy Howe in the 8. Still on that outside. Drew Trader, +1. Another position. And
we
Daniel
get a caution.
Stagner is out. The number 6
Ooh.
crashes. Oh, this one, I feel like it's going to look bad.
Oh, hard.
Ooh, what cost? Uh-oh. Oh.
Uh-oh. Something with the 30 because he gets into the back of Josh.
It looked like Josh was slow coming out of that tunnel turn. We're going to see it. Yeah, Josh is really slow out of the tunnel turn. Oh, the 6 is just going to rear end him.
Go in the cockpit. Yeah, I think he might have been stalling on.
Are you talking about Joshua?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was headed for the wall. He had to lift out of it to not eat that wall. He was way out of shape. You can hear it in the car if you go in car.
Yeah.
I wish it would show the rear view because I'm sure you'd get nothing but a rear view of a car hitting him behind.
We're looking at Joshua right now. He's not loose. He is tight.
Or that's what I meant. Yeah, he was headed for the fence. And just the 6 got in and had nowhere to go. I mean, that's the corner. It's so tight down there. The 59 looks like he caught a piece of it.
Here it is from the 6.
The 6 had been into something already because his rear end was kind of already bald.
You know, the 6 had a really good exit out of the tunnel turn, but with Josh being so tight and had to let off.
Oh, I think the 6 net coated the 59.
We have any takers? We got Brandon Dunford coming down pit road. His whole right side is scraped up. Ouch.
Yep, the 6 net coated the 59. That's what got the 59 in that crash. Net coated him hard into the outside wall.
Well, everybody, we are under our second caution of the night on lap 17. We will be right back from Long Pond, Pennsylvania, the Pocono Raceway. When we return, it'll be the restart.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Hammer is still in P1, followed by the 13 of Ben Morrow, the 14 of Vern Hawkins in third. In fourth, it's the 94 of Dylan Dunford. Fifth, it's the 81 of Forrest Smith. In sixth, it's Ben Park, the number 23. Joshua Bally in seventh. The 25 of Drew Trader in eighth. In ninth, it's the 8 of Randy Howe. And rounding out your top 10, it's Travis Lepenis. TJ, what have you seen so far? What is the lane you want to be in for a restart here at Pocono?
Wherever Dean's dimmer is starting, that spot, because he is doing a masterclass of a job at it.
Right there. And Donnie Bartlett also running a modified. That 21 has definitely seen better days. Get this guy a beer.
Yeah.
Thank you to everybody tuning in and watching wherever you are, Facebook or YouTube. Thank you. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to almost getting to 400 on YouTube, and we're just a little bit shy of 100 on Facebook. If you know anybody who likes iRacing and wants to stick around and watch races, invite them. The more the merrier. See Dean Demmer trying to clean off the tires and warm them up. Definitely going to need them for turn one.
You aren't kidding there.
Well, pace car is off, TJ, and away we go.
That was a good little restart there.
Oh, this is one hell of a shot. We're looking at the field from turn one. So far, so good. Knock on wood. Didn't see any 3, 4, 5 wide.
I mean, really, it's too early. It should be too early for that stuff anyway. I get it on the initial because you're trying to get something. Feel like you didn't qualify where you should have. These guys know better. They're all pretty good with patience.
Especially the last couple of weeks. I'm very proud of how they took the first 2 races and changed everything at New Hampshire last week.
Sounds like we got a penalty possibly coming for the 12. Lane change too early.
Well, the 12 would be Joe Darnell. Now, he's staying out right now. The penalty, I would assume, is a black flag and a pass through pit road. If it is assessed, he does have to serve it within 3 laps. And once again, Drew Trader making another pass to the inside of Daniel Paul. Holy crap, we have 20 people watching this, TJ.
Well, you know, we're just that damn good. I mean, we appreciate it, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
I was going to be the modest one there.
There's a slow car in the middle of the field right now. I'm trying to think. I think it was Mick. Something happened. He lost a handful of spots
and
here.
There goes Joe Darnell down pit road. Mick Olofsson.
Oh, yeah. Caught the wall.
You know, not for nothing, Mick always has a really good-looking paint scheme. I wonder what that's for, TJ. Is it possible he's the owner of Falcon Grafix?
It could be, AJ. I mean, I think that might even be their. Oh no, they're Far North Motorsports, aren't they?
Yeah. Yep.
They should have just went with Falcon Grafix Motorsports.
Well, speaking of Falcon Grafix, head over to their Facebook page. You get $5 off your first wrap if you use All-Star15 TV as your promo code when messaging Mick. So go check them out and get your car a vehicle wrap. As we're going to drop back a little bit further, Drew Trader is really trying to get by, and now he's clear of Randy Howe, and now trying to get towards Forrest Smith for a top 5.
And I'm sure you're glad Mick's back this week. Means you get to get back in the race car on Tuesday night and run late models with us.
No beeping expletive. Holy cow, you guys burnt the place down last week, and I was so jealous. Thanks to Gary Wells for jumping in that broadcast booth with me for the advanced race. And thank you, Dean Demmer, who's currently leading this race, for helping me out during the rookie series.
Yeah, we showed our rookie.
Yeah, you definitely showed your rookie all right.
Oh, I wasn't the only one.
Nope, I didn't say that one.
Oh, we got a moment!
Vern Hawkins!
Wow, that was a save!
Yeah, and look at that. Paul Irvin getting by Vern Hawkins, as it looks like Jesse Adams with a big issue. He's going to have to jump to pit road. What happened to the 55?
You know, AJ, I don't want to call anybody out, but I think you end up getting a penalty. Isn't your number for iRacing supposed to match your car number? And I don't think the 23 is in a 99.
No. It's supposed to be in the 99, but... Oh, the 55 blew his motor.
Oh, that's no bueno.
We're going to jump on board. I heard that loud pop. I was trying to figure out what happened. Listen to it here, everybody. He's coming out of turn 1, and there it goes. Blown motor.
That is tough. I'm trying to figure out why.
I don't know. Maybe. Well, we know some drivers are going to be shifting, but that's unfortunate. And here comes the 14 down pit road, locking them up.
Possibly trying to come in before a stage. I don't know when these guys close the pit lane down for the stages. I would imagine it's within 2 to go.
You most likely will not lose a lap as long as you're within about 9 seconds to the leader.
Yeah, AJ, I just caught that 55 in the car. Really kind of weird. He just like lost power.
It just
Was
went
way
boom.
down on the throttle and it just cooked. Boom. He had some front end damage. I'm wondering if he had got into that wreck. And
Yeah.
but not. I mean, you wouldn't think there was enough on it to blow it.
Oh boy, do we have a battle for second or what? 3 wide. Joshua Bally on the inside. Oh, are they gonna touch?
I
Holy cow, no, they didn't.
believe they made that work.
And they go back to 2 by 2. Joshua Bally is gonna take P2, while Dean Demmer is just about 2.5 seconds away.
I'm sure he's looking for that stage flag. I do believe last week they said they were going to throw it when the 10th place car got to the start finish line. I'd look to see that same policy enforced here. So expect the caution right when the 10th place driver gets to the line, which in this case would be Kyle Lingerfelt stealing those final stage points. And there it is as he approached the line. He too looks like he's running the late model style number to the fan. It looks like, AJ, your stage point earners, P1 Dean Demmer, Joshua Ballet, Dylan Dunford, Ben Morrow, Forrest Smith, Randy Howe, Paul Irvin, Drew Trader, Kyle Lingerfelt, and actually Benjamin Park got to.
Yeah, those are your 10 drivers that got stage points. We're under caution for the 3rd time. This one for our 1 stage break of the evening. TJ, it has been absolutely, as you would like to say, pure chaos, but not in the wrecking kind, in the leapfrog. And I got to really throw it out to Drew Trader. Not for nothing. I think he might be the fastest car through traffic we have on the field, on the racetrack tonight.
We got a big moment on the 32, AJ. He is trying to avoid a tow, but I do believe he is out of gas. So
Out of
the
gas.
30, 34, 33 laps, clearly a missed thing on my end, because I never really pulled off a pit lane and checked. But he is out of gas. I want to say he's in 3.
He is in 3.
He might make this. He's going to lose a ton of time.
If not a lap.
Yeah, because he's got to coast all the way down that pit lane to his pit stall even. If they were smart, they would wave off pitting here if pits were open. He's going to be right in the middle of everybody's way with no speed under that car. I think
Yeah,
have they already pitted yet? No?
No, they haven't. The only
I
good
hope they
thing
warn
for,
him.
the only good thing for Ryan Fry is he did start shotgun, so his pit stall should be the first one that appears out of the 26 drivers.
Leaders are in the middle of 3. This is going to be tight. He is right in the center of the pit lane, nowhere near his stall. I hope they... Ryan, just get out of the way if you're listening.
Yeah, look
Here
at
they
that.
come.
He's down to 13 seconds. 13 miles an hour, down to 12. Here they come.
Luckily, he got to the inside enough. It looks like everybody's going to miss him. He's still, I mean, he can see his pit box, but I don't know if he's going to get there.
Do you think your teammate Joshua Yandow?
I don't think he's allowed to. I don't believe you're allowed to push a car because Josh was kind of behind him when he ran out. He just turned in. He might make it as long as he stops right and doesn't overshoot. And I think he overshot. I can't tell.
It looks like he did.
If he overshot, he's going to have to take a tow.
Which he did.
And I do believe he just took a tow. Oh, Ryan. He was having a great run, too.
Yeah,
and I'm sure he is very angry with him.
He was up within that top 15. I think the furthest he was up was almost 11th or 12th. At one point, he was our biggest mover of the race.
Oh, my God.
Now, here's the thing, TJ.
I said it when we were talking to him. Don't step on your willy.
Here's the thing, TJ. Matt Cochran did not come down pit road. He pit on our second caution of the evening on lap 16. Vern Hawkins, right before the stage, came down pit road. Joshua Yandow on lap 26. Everybody else on lap 27. I don't know how long our top three are going to be up front, but definitely a different top three. You know, Vern Hawkins is normally within that top 5, top 10. Joshua
Must
Yandow.
have been a short tow. He's been way and moving, the 32.
Oh, nice. He's going to lose about possibly 2 laps.
It's only showing him 1 down here.
And there they are, making their picks.
Wow, he might have avoided huge disaster here.
Lights are off on the iRacing pace car. You're going to have Vern Hawkins to the outside, Matt Cochran to the inside. Mike Campigi has liked the stream. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you, pal.
Sounds like we might be seeing some penalties coming to the 30. I think the 30 pit when they were pits was closed because he was probably out of fuel.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. He did pit on 26th, the lap before everybody else did.
Right, which I would mean I'd take the EOL instead of running out of fuel.
Yep.
Sounds like somebody else was reporting somebody else was down there as well, so Race Control's going to have to look into it and figure it out. Sounds like the 14 might be the other one they were calling out.
Shouldn't have. He came to pit road on 23.
Yeah, and if it was... Yeah... That'd be tight. I don't know, like I said, if it's within 2.
Wow, look at the back of the 12 car. Joe Darnell has a lot of damage on both the front and the back of that car.
I think he might have been involved with the crash start there that wasn't yellow. Possibly, don't quote me. So it does look like Ryan has managed to avoid huge disaster here.
The first car 1 lap down.
Yeah, which could have been way worse.
Well, everybody, pace car is
still
off.
No penalties issued yet to anybody else, so I don't know what's going on.
And green flag back in the air. Matt Cochran with a hell of a launch. Dean Demmer, a hell of a launch. And here comes Joshua Ballet.
Yeah, I don't know how long Matt... What lap did you say Matt had pit on?
16. He last pit on 16, our second caution.
So his tires are going to certainly be a little older. Shouldn't be too old. Might be able to hold this. I'm assuming he's hoping for a few laps in a yellow. Draw everybody down pit lane and maintain...
Yeah, look at the block.
He might also just be, you know, on a different strategy where he thinks maybe he can go...
Holy cow, look at the 14.
Wow, what a run!
Holy shnikes, Batman. The 14 just sent that through the tunnel turn. Like a heat-seeking missile.
I don't think he lifted.
I think it's safe to say that 14 has some serious speed underneath that car.
Yeah, I'm glad he didn't accidentally get turned earlier there when he had a little moment with the 23, or we wouldn't have just seen that crazy move. Oh, stack up in the back a little bit, about 5th or 6th. I think it's 6th. Oh, car down on the apron.
Looks like Forrest Smith. No, that's the 23 of Daniel Park.
Benjamin Park.
Yes, Benjamin Park. So used to saying Daniel Park.
Is he here tonight?
No, that's why it was messing me up. Thank you for your catch, TJ.
You're welcome, pal. Great racing we're seeing here. This is just wild. These guys are everywhere, using every inch of the racetrack right now, trying to get anything they can on the competition.
Gonna go back up further. It looks like we have a battle for second. Vern Hawkins, Joshua Ballet.
Oh man, they're tight. And the 48 is hoping, man, if you guys do end up getting into it here, just leave me out of it. I've had enough fun for the last 4 weeks.
Paul Irvin looking for P2. Is he gonna pick the right line? He's gonna have a good entry into the tunnel turn. Look for him. Oh, to get loose, apparently.
You know, we didn't do our picks tonight. And I remember he had requested us not to pick him, but apparently we can't even talk about him because he gets loose. We're just going to have to go with that Alex Bowman looking car. Which, that too did spin out here this weekend. So let's hope Paul can break that curve.
Yes, it did. A 14 through that tunnel turn is a scary dude.
I'm sure the 41 would have loved for the 14 to hold that 7 up a little longer. That 7 looks like he's got some speed to rival that 41. He's going to try to track him down now.
I can hear the
48
jaws
underneath
scream.
the 14. Yeah.
Irvin and Trader, along with Hawkins, through turn 3. If everything goes well, Hawkins should have the whole shot out of the turn. He does. Look for the run. Ooh, Irvin trying to side draft a little bit. How much does that actually help here, TJ?
I mean, as long as you're not getting pushed in the turn, I think any push helps. I would say in the turn or on exit. Anything other than that, any push would help. I do believe those are 2 different teams, but they are, well, no, they're all teammates. I mean, they're not 25 and the 14, I believe. But they are very much technically aligned.
That would be the correct way to put it. Gonna drop back a little bit further, looking at Travis Lapenas trying to catch Kyle Lingerfeld, who's in that 8th position.
Looks like 8 or 9 have kind of broken away from the main pack. And this is going to be interesting to see this one, AJ, because this is where we anticipate, with no cautions, a long green flag run to come. I mean, clearly these guys, I think.
Here it is.
I mean, you could look.
Lapenas to Lingerfeld.
You could look back and see when the 32 had actually first pitted, if he had pitted at all. Oh! The 25 got way loose underneath the 14. Did a heck of a job not to kill him. That could have been huge. Oh, and they're like stacked up, almost looking to go 3 wide around him here on the exit of 3.
Let's see it here. Oh, you weren't kidding.
He did a great job to keep out of him. Because I think he's surrounded by some of his closest friends. I do believe there are Transcendence Designs cars all around right there. 81, 8, 14, and 25. I know the other The other trader was missing this evening. He said, I saw the chat somewhere he wasn't available. So we are missing one of their team. These guys are solidly locked, 4 of them in a row right here.
Yes, they basically brought Randy Howell all the way up to P4.
Still too wide here down the straightaway to see who trader goes to push. Doesn't look like the 81 is going to be a factor on this straightaway to help anybody.
Forrest Smith not being able to help there.
And you can just see the
25
arrow.
is tight.
The arrow push forward that the 8 was allowed to get by the 14 there. With the help from the 25.
That's twice the 25 has come up into the 14.
I just think, I believe he's not trying to. I think it's, the way these cars carry and he's trying to get clear and get a good run. Which, I think what's kind of more crazy about this is not that long ago, the 14 was battling for second.
No kidding. But he's also on older tires. Not much older, but just about 4 laps. Matt Cochran's about 11 lap older tires, and he fell all the way back to that 16th position.
Which I gotta think, if in Matt's situation, there's gotta be a strategy play where you think you can make it one stop, or otherwise I'm not real call there unless you were hoping for an early yellow after 3 or 4 laps where you didn't drop that back far. Drop that far back far. Good one.
Some awesome battles on the racetrack. Let's take it up to the 81 and the 16. Probably a little bit better of a view here, as the 16 has, I don't know what is going on with him. He is hitting that gas pedal, it is sticking, and he is gaining positions like crazy.
Just picking him up, putting him down, being consistent, AJ. I think that's all you really can ask for here.
Yeah, he's up 4 all race, but after the last pit stop, he was dropped all the way about to that 13th position, all the way up to 7th. Making it work here tonight, but Ben Morrow started 3rd all the way back in 13th, trying to get by the 19 of Brandon Dunford as they go through the couple turn. Oh, it's a little tight. It's like the bus stop at Watkins Glen. Very difficult to go too wide.
Yeah, near impossible. Not impossible, near. And let's just say you gotta have some cojones to try to even make that work.
Oh, I believe it. Definitely some cojones.
That gap from the 7 to the 41 down to a half a second.
They are running very close lap times. It is scary.
Paul Irvin not too far back either, about a second and a half back now. He's kind of just running a clean run here before you get a bigger gap, 3 seconds back to 4th and 5th.
Oh! Randy Howe hard in the wall.
Oh yeah, something don't look right. Not spinning, but it definitely looks hurt.
Watch this. It just got tight.
I think, we saw Josh Viando get off the throttle there earlier in the night. Try to keep him doing the same thing. That's the result when you don't get off the throttle.
So Matt Cochran just getting off pit road. He's going to take his pit stop on lap 39. Going to stay on the lead lap. Oh, no, he's not. I lied. He's right behind Joshua Bally, though.
I think this sets him up, AJ.
On a one more stop?
I would think. On like a splash and go, maybe? If the tires can handle. He's got a little bit of damage. He got a piece of that early crash on the restart that wasn't a yellow.
Well, TJ, remember Brian Fry was running out 25 at lap 25. So, what you got to think about 25 laps from right now is 64. So, and then another 25 from there. So I maybe 2 more stops. As TJ's trying to catch the numbers as Matt Cochran's getting to the back bumper of the 7.
Hey, I mean, he's right on it. 40 and 50 left, 25 and 25. In theory, it's a one, you get to 65, you pit, other 25, you're at the finish. Whereas everybody else is definitely going to have to pit twice if he can take. It won't be a splash. It'll be a full stop.
Yeah, you mentioned the rear end damage on the number 4. That right rear is crinkled in big time. There's a look at it right there.
Yeah, I think he got hit from behind when Dean got turned around and some others got piled in there. I think he was trying to avoid it, but got hit from behind by somebody. Otherwise, his car is pretty clean.
Yeah, he just got by Joshua Bally. Now he's got the leader right in front of him. Dean.
Yeah, Dean here would be smart just to let him go. 4 is obviously on fresh tires.
It. Coming out of turn 3. Look for that 4 to have a whole shot down the front stretch. And he's
41
just
had
stay
already
right
called for
behind.
him to go low. .41 had already tried to give him the position, told him to go low. I guess he wants him to take it on the top. Now he's going to take it on the top. I don't know.
Oh, he's going
And
to
he
get
gets
loose.
loose.
That could have wrecked the top 2 cars. Oh, that could have been sketchy. Tyler Markle, our first caution of the evening, getting by Joshua Yandow. That's for 17th place. A good-looking 42 car with some front-end damage and some rear-end damage. But looks to be coming alive just about 15 laps into this run.
Caution for something, AJ.
Let's see, it's Daniel Stagner. I think this is his second caution tonight. That's going to possibly collect Vern Hawkins. Oh, yes, it has. 6 is going to get into the wall, and they're going to collide again. Huh. That was a little weird. Bar chase it.
Yeah, try to figure out here.
6 is into the wall. 6 is still into the wall. It looks like the 14 just came right back up into him. Let's jump to that 14. Gonna jump in car. What happens here? Get in, no. Oh, he's not even turning the wheel and it darts right.
It's just very odd.
I think he was just trying to get on the gas too hard and it just sailed right. I see he's ripping a burnout all the way down the front stretch.
It's very weird how the 14 just
Darted back to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have.
We checked.
We don't
checked
have
this in car.
SMT data. Oh, I believe you. Like I said, we don't have SMT data. Really odd.
Yeah. Well, we are under caution for the 4th time tonight. Halfway here from Pocono Raceway You're watching All Star 15 TV. We'll be back for the restart here in just a few moments.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Where's Turn 4, or What Turn 4 225, something like that. These guys name these things brilliantly. We are halfway, AJ, yeah?
Yeah, we are
Just
so
half?
we are so halfway. I can hear "Living on a Prayer." Oh, I don't know. Do I have to explain that to you?
I'm just gonna let it go.
Oh no! Don't get that song stuck in my head now.
Waiting to see lane choice again here.
Bad enough I saw like 6 or 7 else's at Connecticut this weekend.
Oh, I believe it. Like I said, just gonna leave it. It's a popular movie, and they're coming out with a third one. I heard. Nonsense.
Yeah, I'm okay with more movies. I just don't know how they're gonna do a Toy Story 5 after 3 and 4. Well, don't know how they did a 4. Now I don't know how they're gonna do a 5.
And they're also rushing like everything to live action now. Made the live action Moana.
Yeah,
If that does hold out to be true.
it's true. I just don't want them to do it.
I mean, if The Rock can play himself in real life like he did on the screen, I guess. But they portrayed Maui as being a rather large individual in the movie, and The Rock is big, but he ain't big like that. That's more like Rikishi big than Rock big. For anybody that knows wrestling.
That's a big.
You know what I'm talking about. I did for The Rock.
Oh, God. Well, everybody, you are watching All Star 15 TV. It is our Monday night special, the Extreme Forces Racing League, the Transcendent Design Xfinity Series. We're coming to you live from the Nerds Doing Nerd Things broadcast reinforced booth. As Gary Wells, I'm just seeing it now in the chat, goes, hashtag broadcast booths are for fat people too.
That's right. So AJ, having gone back and looking at that wreck, I honestly think the 14 hadn't quite reestablished where his wheel was yet.
So you think something was broken?
I think he probably knocked the toe out of it when he got into him, and he hadn't quite reestablished wheel center when he got back into the thing. Because he was turning to the left. I mean, the wheel was left of center, and it just went right. So that's my honest guess. Certainly did not look to be anything intentional.
No, God, no.
I mean, it hurt probably him more than anything getting back into him. And
hey, but before we go green, TJ, there's a certain driver that is now back on the lead lap.
That's right. The 32 car recovering beautifully after the loss of a lap to fuel.
Matt Cocker taking the lead again via everybody else pitting behind him. He pitted on 39. We brought it to you live. And Dean Demmer back to second place as he's going to cut to the inside. The 4 to the outside.
Matt sticking with his strategy here. I would think that yellow kind of... big crash! Huge one! I think it started about the 65, and man, it's going to shake out not being as big as it was, but where they were, I cannot believe there's not more involved. 65 just loses it, and these guys show their talent in missing this crash, because that was huge. We have seen that be calamity straightaway when it comes to crashes like that. Oh my.
That's awful for Drew Trader. He was having a fantastic night tonight.
Yeah, he was. I mean, that car looked like it could go anywhere when it needed to. I think Ben Morrow gets a piece just slightly. Dylan Dunford looked like he overcorrected to the bottom, trying to avoid it. He kind of caught the wall pretty hard. Other than that, I think everybody got away unscathed, man. That is crazy.
For everybody that did get into it outside of Trader and Lingerfeld, very minimal damage it looks like.
Yeah, Morrow
he said
just
something about Ben Morrow.
I think he just kind of got sideways hitting the brakes trying to miss it. Really looked minimal. He did a heck of a job to miss it.
He did clip the wall.
Heck of a job.
Yeah, he did rub up against that right
He would
wall.
actually, AJ, be a very interesting cockpit view, as I imagine.
Well, you ask, I shall give you. Just don't
Oh,
ask for the,
boy, yeah.
just
Oh,
don't
yeah.
ask for the winning lottery numbers. We don't have that. Yipe, 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 yipe.
You can see on that, his in-car, he sees the 65 break loose. And at that point, you're along for the ride. And where's he going? Where's he going? Where's he going? Minimal contact, anything. He did a really good job to not be a part of that.
So for everybody watching at home, that's what you would call needing a new suit.
Yeah, at least a new pair of underwear. That's for damn sure.
No kidding. Well, if this is your first time here at All-Star 15 TV, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Follow the channel on Facebook. It helps us out, and it helps us with the algorithm that they put in front of us to get more people like yourselves watching at home. I'm AJ Capola, TJ Barnier, and yes, my friend.
If you want a really interesting view of something, pull up Dylan Dunford, or Brandon Dunford on that one. Denny Hamlin talked this week on his podcast that down towards the bottom on that part of the straightaway, there's like a Brandon during that crash. Brandon went to avoid it. He did avoid it. The problem is down on that inside, there's a drain. And because there's a drain, there's almost a jump. And Brandon hammers that jump right into the wall.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was just, I remember listening today to Denny Hamlin's podcast, and he talked about he knew he could go down there because drains, they made like jumps, so nobody would be daring to go down there. There is that jump he was talking about, or at least one of them.
There it is. He's off the ground. No control, and kills that inside wall.
Otherwise, he did a really good job to miss that. Oh, that is a hard hit, too. It doesn't look like it, but I mean, that is a hard hit for that spot in the track. Might even a net coated back up into Dylan a little bit. I think
honestly,
Dunford's got a piece of each other.
I think his brother helped him out on that one.
Cousin, brother, cousin. I think cousin.
Family.
Either way.
Family.
I don't have friends. I have family. Okay, I'm done. No more memes.
What do you mean, no more memes?
Okay, I lied. Okay.
Do you know whose show this is?
I'm aware. I do believe we're choosing. See if everybody gets it right. I mean, for the most part, this one looks a lot cleaner.
Oh, Josh. Yeah, not for nothing, TJ. For the drivers that are on the lead lap, we have 20 of them out of 26 drivers. And out of those 26 drivers, we have Only 4 out of the race.
Lap down. This could be a big move right here for a car that's got into some issues tonight, has some damage. Joe Darnell has gone down pit road when these guys were choosing. And if they are close on fuel, he just topped off. He will probably be to the good.
I don't know. I don't think you can go 40 laps.
Maybe with some yellows.
Well, that's also has to bank into his favor, TJ, because I'm just going to bring up our buddy Ryan Fry. He ran out coming to the first stage, and that was lap 25.
I don't think he admitted.
Well, if you're watching from home, on your phone, on your computer, wherever, come talk to us. The chat room is open on YouTube and also on Facebook. We see everything. That did not mean to sound ominous. I apologize for that one. As the pace car is going to make that left-handed turn down for safety, Matt Cochran, your control car. And away we go. Paul Irvin right behind him.
He got a good launch. The 48 kind of, I think they might have been communicating in their team channel about when they were going, as they were about even, but the 41 manages to stay right with them. The 4 gets away, but not the 48, and I think the 41 is going to clear the 48 down through the turn as the 4 pushes up. No, I think the 41 tried to clear himself and thought better of it. It was a good decision, because it would have been bad.
Saw that last week during the rookie race here on All-Star 15 TV for the Extreme Forces Racing League. Driver tries clearing himself and causes a big incident.
They were 3 wide back around Lapenas, also into that turn. That was kind of wild. Now the 48 goes to work on the 4, knows he cannot spend a lot of time here battling it. 41 is going to drive away, and he's going to come under fire from behind as the 7 thought about looking low, and he's going to push him here.
Adam Capps hard in the wall coming out of turn 3.
Third.
And does Irvin clear him?
No!
That's super speed racing.
Yeah, the 7 still can't make the move. He's like, man, I just want to go by y'all. Let me give me a lane.
Remember how I said earlier Forrest Smith is going to make sure that outside works?
He's doing it. There goes the 7. I knew that was coming. The moment he caught an open lane, he was going to take it. They didn't get it. The 41 didn't get away like I thought he would. He might be trying to save tire a little bit here, as he gets a real good run down this straightaway.
And
Sounds like the 12 and the 21 got into each other. No caution, but they got into each other.
Coming to pit road, Brandon Dunford.
I'm sure that car is probably ill handling, and after that hit it took, that was a massive shock to that left front. Being kicked up in the air like that couldn't have felt good.
Jenna Law in the chat goes, it was totally meant to sound ominous, and put a little laugh.
It was definitely one of your creepier moments, I'll give you that.
I mean, I could do the whole Haunted Mansion thing, but I'm not going to because, you know, copyright.
Well, you know.
As much as my brain is saying, do it, do it.
Oh, the 7 looking low on the 4.
Well, other than that, Forrest Smith, Paul Irvin battle for 3rd or 4th. Irvin
way deep into the turn. He's going to clear the 81. With the way the 4 slipped, he's going to clear the 4.
That's a 2-for-1.
And we're right back to where we were with the 41, with a lead over the 7. And now we get to watch it evaporate as these guys just run for... what lap did they pit, AJ?
46. Everybody from 1st to 4th is on 46. And Matt Cochran on 39 as TJ, if you're watching the shared screen, bringing up the pit strategy. There
I
it
would
is.
think 24 laps, 25 at most is what you're going to want to push it. Come in and get what service you need. We saw 2 tires this weekend in the Cup Series. Managed to hang with 4 tires. Is that an option or a route somebody takes here late? I would have to think you keep it definitely open to the option. If you've paid attention to how your lefts have been wearing and think you can maintain with it. But if you need to get a full fuel load, is there really an advantage to tires? Probably not.
Yeah, if you're going to take full fuel, take
I mean, it's
4
still
freshes.
quicker. It's still quicker than taking 4 freshes, but
By about 2 to 3 seconds.
right. I mean, is that 2 to 3 seconds going to equate what you're going to lose to being on 2 tires versus 4?
Well, you're going to have to make that decision based on when you need to pit.
I mean, I'm just thinking in my head here, 47, 20 is 67. I think I just had the 14 now. He might be on a bit of a different strategy, though. Or you might have said pitting out, actually.
So everybody from Dean Demmer back. There it is.
Who has got the freshest tires in the top 10?
Dean Demmer, technically. Because everybody last pit on 46. Except Matt Cochran, who last pit on 39. But if you want to drop it back a little bit further, Ryan Fry came down pit road on lap 50. He is currently sitting 14th, rebounding up 12 positions. And once again, knock on wood, your biggest mover of the race.
Now that's interesting. Lap 50, you give him 25 laps, that's 75. You're only talking 15 laps. That's not a full fuel load.
No, it is not.
That would probably be a driver I would say, hey, can you get what you need in fuel and 2 tires and maybe do something?
Oh, that'd be insane,
I mean,
TJ.
At least, I'm sure, he's running 14th right now. Do you think you can get to the top 5 even? Maybe not a win, but a top 5? That's huge. You're gaining that much spots.
Yeah, right now he's battling with Tyler Markle, trying to gain that position back as he's going to try a slide job. The crossover from the 42.
I didn't hear ouch, so it must have went okay.
Ooh, and there was a little bump there on the straightaway. But back up front as they are all under a blanket. So let's run through your top 10 as they sit. Dean Demmer in first. In second, it's Joshua Bally. In third, it's Paul Irvin. In fourth, it's the 81 of Forrest Smith. In fifth, it's the 94 of Dylan Dunford. Ben Park in sixth. In seventh, it's Travis Lepanis. In eighth, it's Randy Howell. Ninth, it's the number 4 Toyota Supra of Matt Cochran. And Ben Morrow rounding out your top 10. TJ, any surprises with you tonight?
I'm looking at that top 10 and nothing's really shocking. I'm a little surprised the 41's running as good as he was, as the conversation we had with him pre-race, but no, I mean, I think everybody's running about how they have. Travis Lepanis is doing Travis Lepanis thingings and sticking around there and having a good run. The other guys, they've been towards the front every race this year.
Yeah, that 16 is always fast. Usually it's something out of his control that kicks him out of contention, which, again, knock on wood. But look, he's trying to battle Ben Park. Can't battle for too long because here comes the 8. They are completely spreading out around this racetrack. You're looking at from first all the way to 18th. The last driver on the lead lap is looking at about a 20.5 seconds behind our race leader.
I want to say right now, AJ, these front three, one of the winner of this race is going to come from this front three. Whatever their strategy is on pit road is probably going to play a big hand into it, but I do believe the winner of this race is going to be one of these front three. They have just shown to be the cars to beat all race.
Everything changes with a late race caution.
Oh, it definitely does, but I mean, if we, barring the chaos, and I'm the agent of chaos, so trust me, I would love it, but I do believe the winner, if it stays green, is coming from those three right there.
Oh, the 8 just parked it in turn 1. And it looks like the 23 and the 16 able to keep it off of the 8. Woo.
You mean Ben Park didn't park it behind him?
Nope.
That's always good.
Yeah, the 8 was really struggling in turn 1 there, and kudos to the both drivers right behind him, Ben Park and Travis Apanis, for not pushing that envelope and
Has
causing
Cochran pitted yet?
incident. Matt Cochran, no, he has not.
He
Currently
is
still
got
sitting
to
in
be
ninth.
due. He has got to be due. In fact, I must be a future predictor. Here he comes.
Hey, can you message me the Powerball numbers, please?
Yeah, why not?
For a
We're gonna
friend,
start.
I promise.
We're gonna start with 4.
And no, you don't have to get dressed like Vanna White to, pull the ping pong balls.
AJ, I don't think anyone wants to see me dressed like Vanna White.
No. Nope. And I wish I didn't say it, because then I pictured it.
Oh God, I don't want to picture that. You did. Oof.
Dean Demmer, currently your race leader. Oh God, there goes my voice again. Dean Demmer, currently your race leader, followed by Joshua Valley, closing in just under a half a second now. That 7 is really getting faster. Paul Irvin in 3rd, Forrest Smith in 4th, and in 5th, it's Dylan Dunford. Just that last time by, 56-13 for Bally, and 56-17 for Dean Demner.
Looks like we lost the 42 manually disconnected.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. Nothing popped up that he crashed or whatever. He had a little incident with Ryan Fry down the front stretch, just a tap. And the next lap... That's also true. Let's jump on board via the gyro cam with Joshua Bally.
48 slipped back just a little bit here. This is the biggest gap he's been behind on these guys since the run kind of started.
Look at how they're trying to pull that draft.
They are in the window here. I would think now everybody is in the window to make it.
Yes.
If 25 laps is the go, you are in the window. And I wouldn't think, unless you're going to try a 2-tire situation, I wouldn't wait. I mean, that was one of the things they talked about in the Cup race, was the guys that waited just killed them. Killed them.
Look how good that the 7 gets through these turns. So smooth.
And that's the other thing. If the 41 can slip down pit road a couple laps before this 7, can he, would the time gain difference on the fresh tires, would that be all he needs? Or vice versa, does the 7 try to slip in before he does? The 48 who's given up some time now, does he maybe get in there and try to get in early?
Hey,
Oh,
TJ,
what am I missing?
Go look at the stream that I have up in the Discord in the last comment. Dylan Dunford and Forrest Smith battling for 4th place.
Oh God. Oh my, what is that? That man needs help. This is where if you're watching at home on YouTube land and you can see the comments, you get the joke. Everybody else is going to have to go back and find out. There's something wrong with him. He needs help. I mean, he is from Arkansas, so explains a lot.
Yeah, looking at this battle as Travis Lapinus is really trying to catch Randy Howe after letting him go about 15 laps ago. We watched them battle, trying to gain that position back, but pit stop should be coming up soon. You know, I would assume these drivers would want to push it as far as possible because we do get a couple green-white checkered attempts.
Well, that, and maybe even if you're playing the no yellow strategy, do you just not take that extra fuel? I mean, you're talking the difference in seconds on pit road. I'm gonna go ahead and say they're definitely getting right, for sure. Although if you ran a run like this earlier and the rights weren't that bad, fuel only would be so many seconds ahead. I have got to think the 48 wants to get to pit road before these guys. I mean, he's dropped back now almost 2.5 seconds. That's almost a second more than he was the last time I brought it up. I would think if I'm him, I'm pitting. I wouldn't wait anymore. I'd go in.
Yeah, I would assume
you're only giving up time.
Randy Howe has come down pit road.
The 30's calling in.
I would say you're not gonna beat the leader if you keep doing what the leader does.
Yeah, you got to do something different. I mean, unless you're gonna do a different pit strategy with tire or something. But what you're doing right now, you're losing time. You're not gaining.
Joshua Yandow also on pit road. Little right side scuff up there.
The 32 will be the one to watch, I think, AJ, for, being that he was in on 50.
Jesus,
24 are reporting. He's coming in.
They're 2 seconds slow. Got the 23, the 2 coming in. They're 2 seconds slower than when they start the runs.
I'd get the stopwatch out and try to time the difference between these two leaders when they come in, because that's going to be the difference in this race. These guys I feel like they are dead even on track right now.
No kidding. This has been the show tonight. Demmer, Bally. Just a 10th.5 separating both of them, and here comes the 7.
Comes the 7. 41's got to come this time by. He cannot wait.
I think he's already waited too long.
It was a masterful job by the 7 there. The 48's still out there. I got to think he's going to try something strategy.
Now, you mentioned this earlier, TJ. Paul Irvin, backed off a little bit. And he dropped back just about 3 seconds to the leading group. Then you got Dylan Dunford, Forrest Smith, Travis Lapinus out your top 5. Joshua Bally down and away. Drew Trader just coming down pit road now.
7's out.
He's back up on the racetrack. And taking a look, he is just about 40 seconds behind. Dean Demmer needs a perfect stop.
He's in. The 48's in.
The 94 is in. And the 81. Travis is going to assume the lead.
7's in the tunnel.
And in the box for the 41. And he's drove through it.
That's going to be huge. Unfortunate.
He had to hit the reverse button.
Here comes the 7. The 7 is at the line.
And the 41 is away.
And I don't think it's going to be quick enough.
I think he's going to be back about 4 or 5 seconds. 4. We're at 4. About 4.5 seconds. That's a
Amazing.
big gap. That's a huge
And
swing.
what? What is that?
Yeah, take a look
The
at it here.
Wow. I got nothing.
That's a neck code and a half.
But why even be there? But why even be there?
That is 100% neck code and a half. You're going to see the gap in between both drivers. They're not even close to each other. Not even close to each other. That is 100% on net code, and that's going to bring the whole field back together.
AJ, that might be on netcode, but why even be there? I don't understand it.
I mean, it's still positioned.
You got a car on fresh tires coming out of the pits. Why even be there?
Matt was giving him the full outside lane, and then iRacing said no.
He gave him the outside lane like Denny Hamlin gave Kyle Larson the outside lane. And that's the last I'll say on it.
There was going to be no contact until iRacing said no. Well, I think that's going to pull everybody back down pit road.
I don't think so. If you're the 7, why even pit?
And you got the 4 pushing the 13 out of gas. Four's going to lose a lot of time doing this. That's going to give Joshua Bally the race lead. Looking at the 41, there is a lot of front end damage. A ton of front end damage. Looks like the toe is messed up on the right side. Geez, even the whole right side of the car is scraped the heck.
This is going to be a wild restart.
Yeah, no kidding. TJ, question. Didn't you say earlier you weren't supposed to push people around if they ran out?
Trust me, there is conversation being had in the race about it.
Oh, okay.
Because all the drivers are asking the same question.
Well, we're going to have to figure out what that goes to.
Oh, by the way,
what's up?
Daniel Park is here tonight.
He is?
Yeah, he's leading.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's not leading. I have him in 10th place.
Well, last time they crossed the line on my screen.
He's had a very nice and quiet day, even though there's a crud ton of damage on the front of that car.
The 41's nose is beaten and battered. I don't know if it's going to handle the same as it did, but hopefully he can hang on to it here.
Well, you got the 7 taking the outside. 41 going to be the lead car on the inside. Then you got in 3rd, Randy Howe. In 4th, Ben Park. Paul Irvin in 5th. And Forrest Smith in 6th. Yeah, TJ, once you hear something about the pushing under yellow, let us know, because that 13 is still on pit road.
Well, he was out of, I mean, obviously he was out of gas. I don't know what, there was warnings given, that's for, I mean, you can't really blame the 13. I mean, he's out of gas. He's not the one pushing. I do believe the 13's getting damaged. Just saw his car pop a bumper back out.
Yeah, but if you play that game, it's just like the Xfinity cars at a super speedway race. You punish both of them because one of them still benefits from it, even though they lose significant amount of positions because of the punishment. You know, you still benefited from getting the push. Well,
It's gonna be a wild one here.
Off of turn number 3. Almost said 4 again. And we are green back at Pocono.
41 got a pretty even restart with the 7 there. If you could say it was even. I mean, the 7's obviously gone, but it wasn't bad for him. The push on the outside lane being the huge difference here.
Now, TJ, remind me, this weekend, that outside lane was the way to go because the inside lane did not restart well.
A lot of it was mostly on the pushes. You could restart good on the bottom if you had a push. Truex was on the bottom late and just got no push from behind. And he couldn't do anything with it, whereas the outside and, you know, Larson and Hamlin, they were pushing and you saw them get away on that later restart. Ended up having all the trouble. And I do believe you can see the handling issue on the 41 as he no longer can really get the forward bite he had. I'm sure here now just hoping to get away with a top 5 after a really promising day.
Yeah, no kidding. I think he's probably gotten the most laps led as the 4 is now coming down pit road, it looks like.
Had to be pretty close on no incidents even before that. Yeah, they're looking to split him here. Luckily, Dunford is a bit smarter than that. And, well, he's going to try it here, but he didn't do it in the turn. Commend him for that. Yeah, that 41 just, it's hurt too much. That's a lot of damage to incur. He might be able to salvage a top 10, but even that's going to be a struggle with this amount of laps left.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. As you see him dropping like a rock. And Joshua Bally almost a second lead over Ben Park already. As that 41 did not want to turn out of turn 3, so he's going to get passed by Adam Capps. Daniel Park pulling up behind him now. Still watching everything going on the racetrack, looking for our biggest.
I think right now it's the 48 and Dunford and the 94. And right behind them is another group, 2 cars that are dueling for spot.
And Paul Irvin looking to the inside. Oh, Dylan Dunford. It's going to have to deal with Travis Lapidus. No, Travis is going to just stick right behind him as Forrest Smith on the outside, trying to make it work.
Ryan Fry almost put it 3 wide into 1 right there.
Yeah, I don't know.
Better of it and backed out.
I know Ryan was having a lot of issues in practice, but good for him to stick with it. And once again, DJ, biggest mover of the race, up 16 spots.
Well, you can only go forward when you start at the rear, and I'd say that's working great for him. He might be able to get at least 1 more. I know there's some damaged cars in front of him. If it's handling as good as we think, he might come away with a top 10 here.
Yeah, he's currently sitting 10th right now in that WrestleMania XL Chevy Camaro for Rocky Faith Motorsports. But TJ, look at this battle. Irvin, Dunford, and Howell. Looks like that 48 with the slightly cleaner air is really starting to pull away from this back group.
Yeah, I mean, he would, had he been more forward, I think, on restart, we know he had speed capable on a shorter run to hang with the 41 and the 7 and would just fade late. I think he's probably looking at clearing the 23/99 and hopefully, maintaining at second place. He's got the car for a second place run. He's got the time to get
there
it
first.
It's not that far away from.
Yeah, but getting to somebody
at this point. Well, yeah. I think the 7 set sail. I think he's mailing it in at this point. Don't make a mistake. Hit your marks. Talking to you as a race winner in laps. Caution!
Oh no.
Oh no. God, why? Oh, why?
Looks like Ryan and Adam Capps were having a pretty decent battle. Let's see what happens between them. Ryan's loose on that inside. And there's a little contact there. Oh! And Daniel Park also gets involved.
They were doing a really good job to save it, and the 9 just kind of caught him in a bad spot.
Yeah, he saw the opening and went for it. It's 10 to go. Why not go for it?
Oh.
Yeah, that sucks between Adam and Ryan. They were having a nice battle the last couple of laps. And it looks like they both get a little contact. Both going to still be good.
I think the 2's okay, but the
32 and the 9 are a little...
took a hard shot. Luckily, they didn't come back out across those guys like it looked like they were gonna.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. He was having a great night.
Oh yeah, one of the best runs I've seen Ryan have.
Well, if anything, I really hope this boosts his confidence going further.
Yeah, I mean, he's clearly capable of a top 10 run.
Well, we go to one of his favorite tracks next week, which is Michigan International Speedway. We know how much he loves that place. He's literally made us run about 20 laps in the pitch dark there with a GTD car.
Him and I had a really good official next gen, well, really a car. We had a really good run there. Both of us traded the lead at one point and just faded late on tires.
Yeah. Well,
I think we got third and fourth.
TJ, with 10 to go, we are going to take a quick commercial break. When we return, it'll be the restart from Pocono Raceway. You're watching All-Star 15 TV.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
The following is an All-Star 15 TV production.
We are back, everybody. And we got about 8 laps left. Joshua Bally, your race leader. Ben Park, Paul Irvin, your top 3. 4th, Dylan Dunford, Randy Howe in 5th. 6th, Travis Lepatis, Forrest Smith in 7th. 8th, Joe Darnell, Adam Capps in 9th, and rounding out the top 10, Adine Demmer. TJ, what have you seen so far, and how you liking the race?
Been an okay race. There's been some real questionable moves I've seen tonight. Just hoping we get away with no more yellows. I've seen enough chaos. I'm ready to get out of here.
Yeah, we go to Michigan International Speedway next week. That's going to be a lot of fun. That's a very high-speed track, a big draft track with huge sweeping turns. We go from a track with a lot of braking to a track with very minimal braking, if any. I know I enjoy racing there, TJ. I know you enjoy racing there. It should be a lot of fun. Same time, same place here on All-Star 15 TV for the EFRL Transcendent Designs Xfinity Series as we are gridding up, getting ready to go. Joshua Bally taking that outside lane with Ben Park to his inside as they chose which lane as they cross the start finish line. Ooh, that was a mouthful.
I mean, I think the bigger question here is, does the 48 have anything 7? I would assume you push them on the restart, and similar to Denny Hamlin tried this weekend, try to do something with them once they're clear of the bottom.
Well, we are definitely going to find out. The only driver on fresh tires is Daniel Park in 14th. Do you think there is any possible way, if this stays green, he can make it towards the front?
He can move up spots, but he's not going to get. I wouldn't put him any higher than 7th this stage.
So
not that many laps left.
You at least think he can possibly split.
He can pick up 8. He can pick up. He's 15. He can pick up 8. I mean, I don't know where he's actually starting with it. Doesn't have.
Well, everybody, when we go green, it's going to be the final restart. So let's do it. Hit that. Crank it up. We're back, everybody, after that. Crank it up. Hopefully you guys liked it. We have 4 to go here at Pocono. TJ, what are you seeing on the racetrack?
48 has cleared the 23/99 car. He's got his sights set on the 7. I just don't think he's got the time.
Well,
That 7's a mean machine. And he's even loose now. The 23 is going to be back under fire on him, and they're going to duel for 3rd probably here as we go the rest of the way.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that 23 clears him. That's Ben Park.
No, he
never
kinda down the
mind.
bottom couldn't.
Couldn't gas up on the exit, and the 48 is going to re-clear him as they pass the line. Read
Oh, we're over to the wall.
I think if we're looking for a battle, it's probably going to, right now, for 5th, looks like a pretty good one. 16, and I do believe the 81. And I'm sure there's not going to be much quarter given if the 94 can get back to the 81, as he about drove him to the fence and nearly took him out down the straightaway not too long ago. 94 did not seem to take too much of appreciation to it. Car looking low on the 81. AJ, how long has it been? These guys got to be on some pretty old tires. Probably sliding around a little bit.
Oh, they are 100% sliding around. Almost 18 laps between the top two. Ben Park looking at about 20 laps, 19. So they are definitely sliding around. But as we've seen with a lot of the drivers, the later on the runs go, the more comfortable the cars get, but they also still get a lot slower with that. We got dual popsicle sticks up in the air, 2 to go. As we're still looking at that battle.
Below the 8, trying to clear him, and that would give him sights set on the 81. I'm sure he wants to just get back to him and try to get by him. Question is how clean will it be?
Coming out of turn number 3, Joshua Bally is gonna take the Fair Play WrestleFest final lap.
Oh yeah, 94 gonna have a run at the 81 here down into 1.
Yeah, they are pretty close.
I mean, that's gonna be a battle for 5th. How bad do you want a top 5, and what's it worth to you?
They'll run down the back stretch near 94.
We've seen Dylan Dunford give it everything he's had and then some on the final lap before. And he makes the move, kind of gets a block, back to turn up, should have the run off. Gonna be interesting into 3. Probably the closest battle on the track. Yep, he's gonna get involved. 94 to the bottom. Will he use him up or will he let him go? The 81 should have the advantage. 8 maybe gonna be the factor here as he tries to push the 94. No, looks low. 3 wide, coming to the line. 94, 81, 8, I do believe.
And Joshua Bally, while that was going on, wins tonight's race. Congratulations, Joshua Bally. Followed by Paul Irvin, and then Ben Park, Travis Lepanis. You saw it. Dylan Dunford in 5th. In 6th, it's Forrest Smith. 7th, Randy Howell. Adam Capps in 8th. 9th, Joe Darnell. And Ben Morrow in 10th. That was a pretty awesome finish, especially with Dunford and Forrest and Howe.
And Randy. That was wild. 3 wide for 5th place at Pocono.
I feel like we saw a stage end like that a while ago here.
And I'm sure redemption for Dylan Dunford there. After, the 2 of them kind of tangled 5-6 laps earlier. That must have felt great as a driver to be like, man, I knew I had that place car. I got back there.
And there are our podium drivers. See if we can get a word with them. All right. Let's see if we can get a talk with the number 7. DJ, you know what to do. Take it away. Here he is.
Driver of the number 7 machine, you got a copy?
You?
Sir, did you had the 41 been there with you at the end. Do you think you had anything for him?
Yeah, I thought that I was quicker. It's just tracks like this. It's so hard to break the bubble to get by him. So I thought that I just need the track visit. That's why I pit early.
You had the huge advantage. He actually even made an error on his pit stop, I do believe, and slid through his box.
Enough.
You were set to be clear, I think, 4 to 4.5 seconds. But I mean, had he not been the yellow, it would have been interesting to see you guys duel late. But otherwise, I think you had the car to beat.
Yeah, it was very surprising to catch a win at my home track because this is historically, other than Michigan, probably my second worst track. So it was quite surprising to be fast.
Well, it's funny you mentioned Michigan because if I'm not mistaken, the Irish Hills are where we head now. What are you
Yeah.
thinking about for there?
I was thinking about my right front tire, just praying for it.
I'm sure you're going to be joined by about 25 to 30 others. Any momentum? I mean, you have been just putting a hurting on these guys here. I'm sure if you keep this up, we're going to talk to you a lot. But I mean, is there just anything you can carry from Pocono to Michigan?
Well, the principles of racing it, they don't drive the same, but it's kind of just you really want to be up on the outside, just riding down on people and trying to protect the right front as much as possible while keeping in the draft.
Well, plug your sponsors. I'm sure you've got some you'd like to, and I've got nothing more for you this week, but I'm sure I might get the chance to ask some more questions to you next week.
Well, the sponsor I didn't have last week that I kind of it's for a different league, but since I kind of wrecked in that league, shout out Burgarts on this one since I get to. He's he's a homie that makes really cool clothes, shoes, all custom made on any social media site. You can look it up, Burgarts, and my team. That's about it.
I love the car. I love purple race cars. Not enough people run them, and that thing looks sharp.
Yeah,
Can't wait to
amazing
see what you
team.
bring us next week.
Yee.
AJ, you got anything for him?
Great race, my friend. Congratulations. And I can't wait to see what you got to back this win up next week at Michigan.
Yep, thank you.
All right. That's our P1 finisher, Joshua Bally. It's time to talk to P2, Paul Irvin. TJ, all yours.
Paul, you got a copy.
Of course.
Man, I didn't. I figured you had a top 3 car, and with those guys getting tangled up there, probably a top 2. Were you worried about getting back by that 23 car?
23.99, whatever.
Yeah.
number it was
Oh,
for
I
weekend.
mentioned it on the broadcast. Don't worry.
Yeah. I felt like I was strong enough to get by him. Like right before that last caution came out, had a really good run on him that I think getting down into 3 um, would have passed him relatively easily. Um, just had nothing for the 7 all race. I'd stick with him for about 5-6 laps, and then slowly they'd pull away, him and Dean both. So congrats to him, and congrats to Ben for a hell of a debut.
Yeah, no kidding. We commented, there was, I don't remember when it was before the green flag pit stops. I said to AJ, I said, no yellows. Chances are the winner's coming out of this 3, and chances are they're probably going to be the top 3 unless something happens. And I wasn't wrong, and I'm glad this couple race, you getting into incidents thing kind of went out the window because that car looks sharp. Your driving speaks for itself, and I know we will be talking with you more this season like that.
Yeah, it's a great rebound race, especially from Atlanta. I mean, finishing 6th at New Hampshire with everything that went on felt kind of like a rebound race. But to be able to come out here to a track that I love Pocono. I've always loved Pocono.
You might
So
be in the minority.
I man, everybody I talk to hates it. But it's such a fun track, 3 different corners. You can just be killing somebody in turn 1 and then lose it the rest of the track, which is what I was doing. I was gaining in 1 and then couldn't figure out the tunnel turn, and just wasn't quite strong enough in 3. But Yeah, I don't mind being the minority. I don't mind running this track every season.
Uh,
But yeah, great rebound race. Hopefully we can keep it clean, have all the incidents behind us, and be up here in the booth talking to you guys more.
like I said, if you run like you did today, going forward, I know we're going to talk to you more. May not be every week, but it'll be. I would put hit or miss on every other at. AJ, you got anything for Mr. Paul?
Paul, it was an absolute blast watching you play vehicle Tetris, trying to get around some of these cars late in this race. I don't think we're gonna see a lot of that next week, but man, thank God you put on a show tonight because it was a lot of fun, and we got to see how fast that 48 is at a track that is actually really tough with the 3 different turns.
Yeah, definitely. It's a tough track, which I like technical tracks like this, which is probably why a lot of people don't like it. They're looking more forward to Michigan next week. Um, I'm not looking forward to Michigan as much because I mean it's basically just another plate track.
Plate track
Basically.
light.
Um, ah, yeah, but considering we've run pretty well at the plate track so far, or I guess super speedway tracks, I guess I should be looking forward to it as long as I can keep the car
Survived
clean.
it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Just gotta survive it. Um,
You
yeah,
survived Daytona, and I feel like that luck kind of bit you at Atlanta.
yeah, survived was probably the key word there. Plenty of damage coming home third, but uh, I mean, good, just a great points day. Obviously, I hate that the 7-1 because that lead's going to get bigger. But
It's
Oh
hard to
yeah.
gain. Hard to gain on the leader when he beats you.
yeah, it is. But staying up there, top 3 in points. I think Drew was right behind us, and he had some issues tonight. So being able to separate myself from the rest of the field, uh, kind of the goal for now. And I mean, obviously, winning is the goal, but if you can't win, gain as many points as you can is it's a good alternative.
I like
And
big picture
and a good
thinking.
yeah, and a good points day for the team. I mean, 3 of us in the top 10. I mean, can't ask for much more than that.
Not
All
at
right,
all.
all right, brother. Well, congratulations on P2. Hopefully, we get to talk to you next week in Michigan.
Hope so. Before I head out, gotta get all the shout outs.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously Darnell, Joseph Darnell and Darnell Racing for letting me in on the team and the teammates, Adam and Matt doing a hell of a job today. Dustin Carroll wasn't able to make it tonight, but got to shout him out for the paint scheme. Glad that I got to run this paint scheme the same week that Bowman got to run it. Not as much luck. Bowman didn't have as much luck, but glad we were able to run it. Shout out to Dean Qualley for putting on the show, and you guys for obviously letting me go back and watch this race again.
Well, we love that people do that actually, so we really like to hear that.
All
Absolutely,
right.
I've been watching like the last 3 races over and over, so appreciate you guys so much.
All right, brother. We'll see you later, my friend. Paul
All right,
Irvin finishing P2 here tonight at Pocono. DJ, it's time for our third place finisher, Ben Park.
Ben, you get a copy.
Yes, sir.
How did you manage to wheel and deal your way to a third place?
I got lucky with Dean's unfortunate event. Him being
I mean,
damaged gave me a good run to get up to second, and I wasn't slow, but I certainly not top 3. I don't think.
well, let me tell you, to finish third, however you get it, it's hard enough. And as far as everyone seems to be alluding to, this was your first race here. That's a hell of a debut.
It's not too bad. I raced with a lot of these guys when it was just an ARCA league on Monday nights.
Um, I mean, you keep up what you're doing. You're certainly the way. If you run like that, you'll be battling for top fives and possibly even talking with us more. I mean, that was a great run. We watched you all night. We're involved in the battles we were watching. You put on a show for us, and love that you got to bring it home third. The only thing somebody's got to figure out your number. Are you the 99, the 23? We don't know.
I'm 99. It's supposed to be 99. The trading paints just didn't work out for me today.
I hear you there. We've all had that problem. Heck, I had a car I made last week for late models had 2 different number 30s. So I hear you.
I'll be 99 next time for sure.
Well, we cannot wait to see in Michigan what the 99 actually looks like. If it looks just like this with a 99, great. If not, we can't wait. Do you have anything to take away from today to bring to Michigan?
No, they're completely different tracks.
I
don't think you can take anything away from Pocono, take it anywhere, really.
I think that's about the consensus answer we got from everybody we've talked to tonight, and I'm just gotta laugh at that. But just keep doing what you're doing, and you'll be fighting top fives. You'll be all over the stream, and we'll be talking to you because that was a heck of a run.
Yep, there was some good tight racing.
AJ, you got anything for Ben?
Ben, welcome back to the channel. It has been a long time since that ARCA series, and boy, your first race back, you decided to whoop 93% of the field. So congratulations and welcome back, dude. Are you planning to run more of a regular schedule here, or are you gonna pick and choose your events to lay the smacketh down on the field?
We'll see how things turn out. I'm not 100% sure.
All right, man. Well, you got any sponsors you want to plug before we let you go celebrate a podium finish?
Yep, just me.
Oh, love it.
It's all you need. That is all you need. Sometimes
I love it. Simple answer.
Sometimes you need to thank a credit card like a Discover or a Visa.
Yeah, good old Visa. The Visa card.
All right, Ben. Congrats, my friend, and hopefully we see you soon in the future.
I appreciate you guys.
All right, that's Ben Park. TJ, take us home.
AJ, that was a fun race. I mean, that was definitely did not disappoint as far as Pocono races go. A lot of side-by-side, some 3-wide action, few head-scratching moments, but I'm sure they'll figure it out, and I can't wait to be back here next week for what should be a wild Michigan race with you guys.
Yeah, no kidding. Everybody, stay tuned. Next Monday, we got Michigan, like TJ just said, and that's a 2-mile beast. Thank you to all our sponsors tonight. Check them out in the descriptions, either above the video or under the video, depending on if you're on Facebook or YouTube. But we're going to say goodnight for the evening. Stay cool, stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. And if you do, don't get caught. Bye, everybody.
And your voice made it all night.
Oh, no, it didn't. I have to keep going lower and lower and lower.
Starting to sound like Duke Nukem.
It's time to kick. Never mind. Bye, everybody.
From Mortar to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.